topic I'll be discussing today is crime and the urban environment, taking a look at crime in large cities across the United States. First question usually comes to mind is, do big cities and crime go hand in hand? With more people, would you expect to see more crime? Uh, Most of the times it's true. With a larger population, there will be a larger number of violent crimes. However, according to statistics in the United States, some cities, for instance Austin, Texas, have a population that exceeds that of Baltimore, yet has less than a third of the same amount of violent crimes. Race is often brought up when discussing crime because many minorities suffer from a low economic standing, and that fuels criminal behavior. So, in a lot of cases and statistics, you'll see how more Hispanics and African Americans are being incarcerated in the United States as opposed to white or Asian Americans. One criminological theory is the broken windows theory, which states that the norm setting and signaling effect of urban disorder and vandalism on additional crime and antisocial behavior. So the theory is that the more rundown and lower class a neighborhood is, the more crime it breeds, because people don't seem to have respect for where they live, and they feel like if it's already broken, then they can't make it much worse. So there'll be more cases of vandalism, graffiti, and just public destruction. One of the largest surges of violent crime in the United States happened during the late 80s and up until the mid 1990s during the crack cocaine epidemic. The sale and trafficking and use of crack cocaine fueled a lot of murders, gang-related and non-gang-related, and a lot of erratic behavior in lower-class areas where crack cocaine was becoming very effective. The graph here to the right shows how the highest point of murders in New York City were at 2,245 in 1990, and that's where it peaked. And as of now, the crime rates are starting to slowly head back towards 1960s levels. Statistics show that in the United States there's around 800,000 active gang members as of 2007, and this isn't exclusive for one race. The largest percentage is of Hispanic gang members at 47%, followed by blacks at 34%, whites at 13%, and Asians at 6%. The 20 wealthiest United States have the lowest crime index. New England states have the country's highest median household income and have most of the lowest crime rates, while the southern states are more poor and have higher murder rates. Anybody can be a victim to crimes in the United States. It's not a matter of who you are or where you are, but the younger than 25 are more likely to be victims, and as people get older, it's less likely. Households that are more poor, more likely to be burgled, and the larger percent of murder victims tend to be male, but that's not exclusive, it's just the way it goes. 2010 was the safest year in over 40 years in the United States. Crime rate decreased 51% since 1991. In 1991, there were about 9.8 homicides per 100,000 people, and in 2010, that was back down to 4.8, which is the lowest since probably the late 1960s. Although crime's been around since the start of man, this slideshow did show how poverty, the lack of education, the broken window theory, drugs, gangs, the displacement of wealth, race, and the discrimination against races and population all equally and in their own way fuel and also differ when it comes to crime.